is 2025. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Easy Talk. This is real talk for true entrepreneurs. So if you are ready to get down and dirty, get in it, look yourself in the mirror and face some challenges that you're having as an entrepreneur, this is the show you want to be looking at. This show is going to help you set the tone for your 2025. We have the one and only, the grinder, the hard worker, the pusher, the accountability partner, Mr. Odie Tolbert on the show today. Welcome, Odie. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we are blessed to have you on the show today. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Audience, you are in for a treat. Let me tell you all a little bit more about Odie Tolbert. After 16 years in corporate America, Odie decided to pursue his purpose in helping others with his God-given talents. His passion for a healthier lifestyle started at an early age, and it has been a long-time desire to impact individuals on a day-to-day basis. This encouraged him to become a certified personal trainer and created Cardi-O FiTness. Odie trains clients throughout the week and currently partners and has partnered with various organizations such as Children's Museum of Memphis, Shelby County Schools, Southwest Community College, Christian Brothers University, my alumni, iHeartRadio, Baptist Hospital, and Shelby County Health Department, just to name a few. He has been featured in the USA Today, Memphis Health and Fitness Magazine, The Commercial Appeal, and on ABC 24 CW30, all recognizing his efforts toward healthy, conscious living habits. And because of his fitness journey, Odie knew that this experience and his eye for unique styles would eventually play a major role in the fashion industry for him. And we'll let Odie tell us more about how he got started with Dillard Corporation globally. So let's welcome again, Odie Tolbert.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, phenomenal bio there, great things. So you've been doing this for over 16 years?
Yeah, well, I've been working out for about 20 plus years.
Okay.
Of course, that has been a journey learning certain things and making sure that I perfect that craft. But I was in corporate America for 16 years. I've only been doing Cardi-O FiTness, the official business, for about 5 years, 6 years this month exactly.
Oh, yes. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Thank you.
So when did you know that it was time for you to turn that into something that you could use for a business? So you decided one day, obviously, you know, corporate America is not it. My passion is somewhere else. Let me become an entrepreneur.
So I always knew that I would eventually have to be away from corporate America and working for myself. I didn't know what realm or what lane I would be in. Unfortunately, some life events happened after I left the former company, and I kind of honed in on my fitness journey. And I had a friend ask me had I ever thought about being a personal trainer. And at the time, I really was looking into real estate and some other ventures, and so I didn't. So I took it some more thought, and 5 people took a chance on me once I got certified, and here we are, hundreds of clients, multiple partnerships later.
Hundreds of clients, multiple partnerships.
Yes, lives have been changed, absolutely.
Yes, changing lives. And what a great way to start the year off with changing lives.
Absolutely.
I can imagine that you have to be an accountability partner for so many people.
Yes.
What's that thing that only Odie can do that helps give discipline to your clients?
Well, I like to build relationships. So working in corporate America, and of course, coming from a very loving family, we built love on relationships. So when you're dealing with people, they're not just clients to me. I would like to say it's more like family. Okay. And so it's getting to know their personal goals, what drives them, what motivates them, why they're here, whether it's to get into a 2-piece for their birthday or whether it's to come off medication. My goal is to make sure I am honing in on whatever specific reason why they're there for me, why they're there. And with that being said, I just build relationships, and when I build relationships, people keep coming back and we keep seeing results, and so that's how we still run it, how I'm still running. I would say we because it's not just me. I feel like everybody is the family, and I call myself, of course, Cardi-O FiTness, but it's really a Cardi-O family.
Yeah, and it makes sense because those referrals is what keeps you alive.
Yes.
So literally companies grow, advance by customers.
Absolutely.
Customer experience is the number one thing to keep a company going.
Absolutely.
And so you have a great benefit because people are walking advertisements for you.
Absolutely.
That testimony that someone can give, that gets another client in the door.
Absolutely.
So how do you help them stay motivated?
So it's a journey. It's not overnight. We also do, like you said, accountability. We do a lot of I do a lot of follow-ups. I do a lot of check-ins because if you think about it, most of my clients during the week are adults. And in the gym, I like to say that's the only time where they don't have to worry about their husband, they don't have to worry about their wife, they don't have to worry about the children, they don't have to worry about the employees at work. It's just time for them. And sometimes that's a disadvantage because they let their hats off, they put off those responsibilities and it's just them. And sometimes you get to see this person who's just
carefree. Nobody's calling my name. I don't have to cook.
So I have to reel them back in. Whoa, you're here for a reason. My class is 45 minutes. I only have 45 minutes to get you in shape.
Right.
And so I use that as a bait to make sure that they understand why they're here. What's their purpose? Why are they here? And again, I have a lot of adult clients, so quality of life is very, very extremely important. I come from a family where we were stricken with a lot of health scares. Unfortunately, both of my parents are deceased, and they both died from various diseases, and various diseases still run through my family. So I have to be careful myself. So knowing that, I make sure that I use my personal experiences and then the experiences that the individuals that I'm with have, and I use that to help motivate them, push them, hold them accountable. So
accountability, that's tough. That's a job
tough.
all by itself. Like literally, you can hire someone to be your accountability partner.
And I always say I'm not just a trainer, I'm a coach. I'm a HR consultant. I am a pastor. I'm a doctor. I'm a therapist mostly. See, you have couches in your therapy session, but we have weights and bench press machines. So really, it's just it's fun. It's fun. It's a ministry,
Yeah, it really is.
It's really my ministry.
Yeah, and I think society now more than ever thinks about how real mental health is.
Yes, it is.
Tell us some advantages to working out and how it's related to your mental health.
You'll be surprised. Anytime you visit a doctor and you have certain things you're dealing with or battling with, they're going to ask you what are your nutritional plans. They're going to ask you about your workout plans, and they're also going to ask you about your rest and any type of stress that you have. All those things are related. So if you are stressed out, if you're not eating properly, if you're not taking care of your body, you eventually will break down and you'll be no good for those around you. Back to quality of life. You have a 13-year-old child and you're 50 or 60 years old, the lifespan of you spending that with them as they get older is very slim, so you want to take care of yourself. But more importantly, again, back to that 45 minutes, I try not to allow phones in there. I try not to allow the Apple Watches, them making sure they're checking in with their clients. If I have entrepreneurs, are they going back listening or checking up on the person who's in charge? No, this is time for you. That will stress you out. That's going to be there whether you're there or whether you're not. So let's make sure we focus on you so you can live a long life.
Yeah, because I could see how that could affect your workout.
It affects everything. It takes them away from where they are. And remember, you only have 45 minutes from me a day. I need your undivided attention that entire time.
So when you're talking about mental health and working out, as an entrepreneur, most of us that have small businesses, it's you and you. And if you're not taking care of your health, who's going to run your business?
And that's another point to what you just said. So I often ask individuals, so if you don't take care of you, who's going to take care of the things that you're stressed out about when you're not taking care of you? So it's very important to put you first. First of all, you put God first.
Exactly.
Again, I say I don't wear a white collar around my neck, but I call this my ministry. So we often, have spiritual conversations as well to make sure that we're going back to the source of why we're here and how to help. And we tie those things into the fitness realm. So mental health, again, is important for them, and it's just as important for me. I go back to eating right and exercising, but the stress, the levels that people are, the emotional aspect of it it's killing people just as fast.
Yeah.
So we make sure we focus on that. We're in the gym, and of course I contact and we talk to my customers outside the gym as well. So it's not just I see you for 45 minutes, you're gone. I do periodic check-ins throughout the day. If I know there's a crisis going on at home or at work, I make sure I stay in touch because again, we built relationships. It's just not a client and a trainer. This is a relationship.
Yeah.
So.
And that kind of helps you, the client too, I would imagine, not want to let you down.
Absolutely.
Because you're there for them so much. They want to show up too because they want to make you proud because you've invested in them just like they're investing financially in having this time with you.
It's a trust factor. So they trust me and I trust them. It's a give and take. You know, honestly, they're helping me to keep going. So even though I'm giving to them, they're actually giving to me. So it's a give and take relationship, and I enjoy helping my clients get the best out of them.
And helping them to feel good.
Yes.
You know, one of the things personal trainers always think about and talk about, I hear them say is, if you look good, you feel good.
If you look good, when you look good,
when you look good, you feel good.
No, if it's when, because you will look good and you will feel good when you come see me.
So how are you able to, I don't want to say transform, but collaborate and align that with the opportunity that you have now, where you talked a little bit about in your bio, Dillard's?
Okay. So let me just kind of jump back to me as an adolescent. I was a Husky child.
Never would have thought that.
It's true. I grew up Husky, and from Memphis, I had to learn how to check real fast. So I got you off me once you said something about my size. So I got you off me real fast by checking. But I also, once I started to lose the weight after playing sports and going to the gym one particular day with my friend, I was intrigued with the way people looked. And I've always had a sense of fashion, a sense of just being different related to dress. So I kind of transferred that into, okay, if I'm looking good, if I'm changing my size, then I'm able to go into stores and buy clothes off the rack. Rewind. So how I knew I was Husky, my mom used to go into we walk in the mall, and we'd walk to the front of the door of a store, let's just say Woolworths in Southland Mall. And her first question would not be, where's your boys section? She would ask them, do you guys have Husky? So for years, I thought that was a brand. I didn't know that meant a size.
Yeah.
So once I realized that was a size, I said, no, I don't want to live the rest of my life in Husky adult clothes. So I kind of transferred that into, if I'm always, you know, of course, looking my best, I'm able to actually do the certain things that normal people can do.
Yes.
And I wasn't able to do that as a young child.
And the confidence, too, that it takes away when you don't feel like you look good.
Yes, people, they draw in, they exclude themselves. And again, it goes back to relationships. You miss out on relationships when you don't have confidence. And you want, you know, the Bible talks about, you know, we are in Christ Jesus. So you want to make sure you have that confidence in life. So,
Yes, definitely. And so that led you to Dillard somehow.
Yes. So fast forward after I started training, personal training, now I'm starting to wear more clothes. I would say look better or whatnot. But again, a friend tapped me on the shoulder and said, hey, why don't you start styling people? It's like, nah, that's not want to do the same thing I started out with fitness. Nah, I kind of like just training myself, kind of like just putting on clothes. But fast forward, again, I'm helping people as it relates to the fitness realm. So I'm personal training, and I finally just stepped on the faith and said, okay, I'll take a shot at this styling thing. And so,
what do you got to lose?
What I have to lose, you know, what I have to lose. I'm not in corporate America. I'm working for myself. I always felt like I should be working for myself.
And all those extra streams of income.
Extreme income, everything I learned in corporate America, even with school and my college and high school, I was utilizing those skill sets anyway. So took a shot at it, and I had one client who was not my size and didn't look like me. So it was a challenge to dress this particular person. So I just happened to go into Dillard's one day, looking for something. He had a big engagement coming up, and I ran into one of my colleagues now, who's a longtime friend. She saw me, we had a conversation, we left. She called me back later and said, do you want to talk to my manager? I said, for what? She said she wants you to come back and kind of take a look at this opportunity we may have for you to style individuals coming to the stores.
Wow.
I said, that's fine. So I did that, met with the manager, wound up getting on with the manager, getting on with Dillard's. And a couple months passed, and what I was hired to do, I was kind of slacking on due to some life circumstances that had just taken place. And so something told me, you know, again, I have a marketing business major, so something told me just utilize the internet. So instead of bringing clients in, because I didn't have the time to bring clients in, I just started posting pictures in Dillard's clothing online and tagging Dillard's. And that led to just a weekend of me being featured. After that, long story short, I got a call from Dillard's headquarters asking me if I would model for them. Wow. And so, of course, that would be a yes.
Yeah.
That would be a yes.
Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely.
Yeah, that would be a yes. So I'm the only employee that has been with Dillard's in-house that has modeled for Dillard's and had my pictures all across the country.
Wow.
So yeah, me taking that step and leap of faith led me to being in-house, the only in-house model that Dillard has.
Wow, that is the only.
Yeah.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
So I tie that into when you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you look good. So have clients on both aspects there.
That's true. That's true. Because a part of ACG brand management, I do all things branding.
Okay.
So I style a lot of my corporate clients.
Gotcha.
So I help them, especially when they're getting a promotion or they're going for a job. I style them. This is what you need to wear. If you got an event, I have clients that call me all the time, and I've made it so easy and convenient where I know their size, I know what they like. I just ship stuff to them, pick it up if they don't like it, return it. I take care of all those things for them. But to your point, a lot of my clients, it is harder to style them when they don't feel good in the clothing. I'm like, how do you overcome that? Because this is what I got for you. This is what, and if you don't feel good in it, it all goes back to your mindset. Yeah. It goes back to how you feel, your health. But I can't say, well, maybe you should drop 20, 30 pounds.
Yeah, you can't. No, you
can't.
I can't say
that. I can't say that.
Because they already know. People read confidence. So I often tell individuals, they see you before they hear you.
Yes.
So when you walk into the room, people are already judging you. And it's unfortunate, but people are judging when you walk in the room. So if you know that you're in a place or in a slump or a dump where you feel like you're not getting the best out of you, then it's time to make changes.
It is.
And it's a everyday thing. I struggle every day getting up working out. It's not like you get to a point where I've arrived. You never arrived.
You never arrived.
You never arrived.
You wake up every day striving to be the best you that you can be.
Every day. And I tell my clients, be consistent. The more you're consistent, the faster you see results. And if you fall off, get back up.
Get back on.
Keep going.
If you wake up and you're breathing, that's another chance for you to try it again.
Keep going. And I'll use this model.
Going.
People do what they want to do.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
People do what they want to do.
People do what they want to do.
So when I have individual potential clients wanting to, let's say, come to the gym or whatnot, or sign up as a client, I give them the normal things that I normally run by a potential client is the price, the location, the time. I said, those three aren't a factor. Anything else you give me is just an excuse. You're not ready. Even though you're in marketing, I try to advertise, and I do advertise, but sometimes I kind of stand back from it as well because I feel like if you want to be here,
it's something I need you to come to me with.
I get it all the time when I'm out. Hey, I want to sign up with you. When can I start? I say, it's on you. When do you want to start? Oh, I'll call you. Well, I haven't.
And then you don't get the call.
Call me. No, you need me. I'm not going to call you. You need me. So
it's not a macho or a modest thing. It's I need your mindset to be ready to do what we're getting ready to do.
Yes.
You have to, I can't pour it into you. Can't.
Because it's intense. This is like I said, this is a lifestyle change for me, and I expect it to be for my clients as well. When they come to me, they're paying me for results.
Yes.
And I have to do my part to make sure you get them. So your mind has to be there first.
Yes.
The body comes second.
Yes. So. Even with being an entrepreneur, it is nothing like a corporate job or a 9-to-5. You can throw that out the window.
It's not for the weak.
If you,
it's not
for the weak. It's not for the faint at heart. If you are an entrepreneur, whether you've been in business 20 years, 30 years, 5 years, or you thinking about starting, the thing that does not change is you've got to be consistent. And like you said, it's a mindset. You have to be ready for whatever is coming your way because you've got to climb those mountains. You got to go deep in the valleys and you got to be willing and ready to come out because nobody is going to do it for you. It's your business. You're the owner. Whatever you put in it is exactly what you're going to get out. There's no magic formula. There's no 1 + 1 might give you 3. No. What you put in is what you get out. And I see that same relationship with working out. The effort that you give it,
that's true.
Those are the results that you're going to get.
That's true.
You cannot go to the gym, work out with a trainer every day, and eat donuts before you go to bed.
You cannot do that.
Just cannot do that.
Surprisingly, people do. And I know it because I've been doing this for a while. I can tell. I mean, because you eventually will get stronger. Your endurance will pick up. There's certain things that I can pick up on because I've been doing this so long. And just like being an entrepreneur, you will see certain things in your business progress if you put in the work and the time.
Put in the work.
If you're not, you will be stagnant and you will it'd probably be time to start something else. That may be one of those things, okay, I tried, let's move on to something else.
Right. Like, this is not working.
This is not working.
You've got to plant a seed. When I started my business, it was August of 2019.
Wow.
March came of 2020.
The world changed.
And the world changed and the world shut down. And I am marketing, advertising, helping people with their business, right? I'm growing brands. I'm growing individuals, resume writing, interview prep. Well, people getting laid off. There's nobody getting jobs. So you know what I did? I said, you know what? This is not going to last. I've quit my job. This is what I'm doing. I got in some certifications. I started doing online classes. I started doing Zoom meetings with people. And I kept it going. I kept networking, talking to people, kept doing things. And before I knew it, when we came out of COVID, those seeds had blown.
Wow.
They bloomed.
Wow.
The seeds grew and the business has been thriving ever since. But had I said, oh, well, it's COVID, what I'm going to do, and sat down and slept during COVID, when we came out of COVID, I would have had to start over.
Wow.
And it would have put me behind.
Wow.
So you have to think about, to your point, even with your business, with your life, you have to look ahead. You have to plan. You have to be intentional. You have to be consistent.
That's true.
The results are going to come.
That's true.
I had a manager at Enterprise Rent-A-Car tell me one time, as long as you in the game, you got a chance to win.
That's true. That's true.
As long as you in the game, you got a chance to win.
That's true.
The odds are completely stacked against you if you're sitting on the bench.
That is true.
That's it. There's, like I said, there's no magic formula. If you want to win, get in the game.
And I think people, and I've been guilty of this, I think people fear failure, and they feel as if I fail, I'm not going to succeed. But you often have to learn from those mistakes.
Yes, you need those failures.
You need those failures. You need those failures so you know what to do and what not to do. I talk to successful people, and I talk to people that weren't as or is not as successful, because I need to know, again, both aspects, both sides of the fence. What did you do that worked? What did you do that thought that worked but did not work? Okay, maybe I don't need to try that. I've heard someone say experience is the best teacher. Not to me. Your experience is my best teacher.
Because you're going to show me what not to do.
I don't need to experience it, but you already told me that it didn't work. So why am I going to go down that path and do the same thing? You just told me. You walk out the door, you're going to bump your head. Well, I'm not walking out the door. You already bumped your head. It don't take two of us to figure that out. So, you know.
That is so true. Well, my old pastor, Dr. Edward Parker Jr., Reverend Parker said, been there, done that, got a T-shirt. Read mine.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. Read mine, which is one of the reasons why I have this show, because I have seasoned even some newer entrepreneurs to come on and talk about their experiences, their failures. This is truly real talk for true entrepreneurs, because it is a platform to help you to grow. You don't have to make the same mistakes. Get the assistant, get the CPA, get the attorney. Make sure you're running your business like a business and not like a nonprofit.
Yes.
Set your prices and stand on it.
Yes.
You have to, because otherwise you're devaluing yourself.
Yes.
It's okay to be charitable. We all have to give and be, even though we're not corporations, you have to have a social responsibility.
Absolutely.
You have to do that, but you have to plan it. You have to know when. And there's a win-win in that for you.
Absolutely.
If you talked about most of your clients are adults, which means you have some that are kids.
Correct. I have partnerships for schools or whatever.
Right.
Correct.
They can't pay you. Right
school
now,
school can't.
Right, the school can't, but those students
Yeah.
are going to learn from
Yes,
you some
yes.
things that's going to help them be entrepreneurs,
Absolutely.
help them be personal trainers, and you're building a legacy
Absolutely.
with others. So it's great to give back, especially when you're pouring into someone's life, because someone had to pour into you.
Yeah.
So as entrepreneurs, we have to really diversify our brand.
That's true. That's true.
And one of the ways I've seen that, because I follow you, that you diversify your brand, is you also do bodybuilding contests.
Yes.
So
yes.
I can see that being a win-win, because if you didn't look the way you look, some people may not pick you for their trainer.
That is absolutely
So
correct.
that helps.
That's absolutely 100% correct. People want to see the product.
Exactly.
Are you following the things that you're telling me
that
to
you're
follow?
telling me to do.
Yeah, and I'm also a realist too. You know, let's just say we just came out the holidays, and I had to be honest with my my clients. Hey, I fell off too as well. So here's what I'm doing to get back on track. You know what you need to do to get back on track. Let's do this together.
Yes.
So it's not just me against them. We're in this together. Let them, I'm human.
I was going to say, you showed them your human side.
I'm human. There's certain things that I cannot put in my place because I'm going to eat more than one. I don't buy it. on purpose. There's certain things you can't put in front of me because I'm going to have asked for it. So I have to have that self-discipline for myself as well. So if I'm telling you to be disciplined, I'm requiring the same effort out of myself. So,
and I can see how that can motivate you because the light is on you.
Always.
People are looking at you and they
Always.
see you and see what you're doing.
Always. And because I do pictures because I model as well, the one thing that I fear if someone seeing me and say, he does not look like that picture.
Oh, yes.
Because let's just face it,
That's
AI
real.
and
That's
editing is out here, and I've seen people in public where the picture does not match the person that I'm looking at.
Yes.
Yeah, so I want to make sure that no one is calling and pulling my card to say, hey, that's not you. So I also, like you said, the light is on me at all times, and I want to make sure I'm doing what I require of my clients. So.
And that's something that I grew up with at FedEx because our culture, I was in global brand marketing, and a part of our culture was everything that you do, everything that you say, everything that you create reflects who you are.
Yeah.
You are a brand.
Yeah.
You are a walking, living brand.
Yeah.
And I tell entrepreneurs all the time, whatever you do that does not reflect the brand that you want people to see, don't do it outside the four walls of your home.
Yeah.
You just can't. It's a part of the game.
Yeah.
Right? You've got to live by and be because other people's perception is your reality.
That's right. That's true.
That's it. That's
That
your
is true.
reality. Because I can't give you any ammunition you won't have any ammunition unless I give it to you.
That's true. That's true.
Right?
That's true.
So as an entrepreneur, if you're building a brand and you say, let's say I'm a pastor. Okay, some pastoral things that you might want to do as a human being, just because you're human and you're a man or a woman, you may not be able to do that in public because some non-believers or some believers that are weak in their faith, oh, the pastor did that.
They use that.
Oh, they will use it.
Will use it
they will
against you.
use it. Oh, at the bar, he having a beer. He said I couldn't have one.
They'll use that against you.
Yes, sir.
And in that case, you have lost a soul in that manner as well. And we're all not perfect. I don't ever want to point fingers at
Exactly.
People are going to judge you regardless.
Yes.
But
which is why you have to protect your brand.
That's true. That's true.
Especially when you're trying to motivate, inspire others in your business.
That's true. That's
you
true.
have to walk that walk and
That's
talk
true.
that talk if
true.
you want to truly motivate others.
That's true. 100% true. It was something you said earlier about you were going back to the things you learned from FedEx.
Yes.
I want to touch on that. And some of you're about to go this route, I think, but some of the things that I learned from Verizon, by the way, is the corporation I used to work for. They taught me so much that I was able to transfer over into this business that I'm in. And matter of fact, some of my clients from Verizon and some of my previous coworkers or people that report to me are my clients now. Yeah. So it's not just the product, they trust me. So I used to tell some of my salespersons, you can go out and sell chocolate chip cookies. If you got the right chocolate chip cookie and you have the right brand for it and you have the right right relationships and market well, people will buy from you. They can get a chocolate chip cookie from anywhere.
Anywhere.
I'm not the only trainer in the city. You can go anywhere, but am I the trainer for you? And going back to something else I want to touch on, in this business, I've had to make several decisions, like you just said, not coming down on price, making sure that people understand my standard. I had an old employee used to tell me all money ain't good money. Sometimes we chase the dollar, but not chasing what's the purpose. You know,
and that'll get you in trouble.
That'll get you in trouble. And going back to the gym, that's my ministry, so that's my sanctuary. If you're gonna disturb my peace, I don't want you as a client. So if
your money's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Coming in with a negative attitude, and again, we have our days. Again, I understand when people come to me, sometimes they don't want to be there.
Right.
It's right before they go to work, 5 in the morning, or right when they got off work, or they're trying to get away from the job in the middle of the day. So I get that. But if the energy is off all the time, then that's not somebody I want in my presence, because not only does it affect me, you're affecting those around you too. And so I don't need that type of negative energy in my space. So there have been a few times, not many, where I've had to say this is just not the place for you.
Teach us, teach us, teach us. So customer experience, oh my God, it is the cornerstone of any business. Cornerstone. But when you have a customer that is not truly a customer for your brand, tell us, Odie, how do you communicate that effectively to that customer or client? That this may not work for you. That we may not be a good couple together.
Say that again.
That this may not work for you.
That's
we
it.
may not be a good couple
That's
together.
it. It's nothing else to say.
That's it.
Because at that point, I've already tried.
Okay.
And I'll give you one example. I had a situation where I had this particular client. And again, at first when people generally come to me, I kind of understand the pushback, but it just seems like this one was just abnormal.
Okay.
And at the time I was working at a different gym. It was just me and this guy there. He was the owner. He overheard our conversation. And I was fed up. I shut down. I stopped talking. I didn't say anything. I said, you're here, so you tell me what you want to do, we'll do that. So the rest of the session was awkward, very uncomfortable. The next morning, I got there, he pulled me to the side. He said, hey, man, how many of your clients love you? I said, they all do. He said, all of them? He said, out of 100, how many love you? I said, they all do. He said, about 99, right? I said, yeah. He said, that's one. He said, focus on the 99. From that point on, it was a life changer because I didn't put this person aside, but my approach to it was a little different. I didn't let it upset me. And eventually they came around. Took some time, but I put my energy towards those who want to be there.
Who wanted to be there.
Put my energy towards those who want to be there, and then let their want affect those others. And eventually this person wound up turning around.
Oh, you know what? That's good.
Because I don't want them to leave, but if you have to, you know.
But you don't want to risk that one impacting everybody else. And you know, that's from an entrepreneur perspective with our employees, that happens.
Yes.
You got that one employee that just won't do right. Everybody sees it, everybody knows it. But you put up with it, you accept it, and you start damaging the culture. You damage the culture.
Because others are watching.
Yes. I have a very close friend, and she say this all the time. Someone said it to her. You accept what you tolerate.
Yeah, that's true.
That's it.
That's true. That's true.
That's it. If you tolerating it, that's on you.
That's true.
That's on you.
100% true.
That's on you.
And it affects where we're trying to go. So you're right. I've been guilty of that. Everything I've been guilty of, a lot of my experiences have happened. Again, I say experience is not the best teacher, but unfortunately, I've had to experience some things to know.
It's just a big ticket price.
It's a big ticket price.
I had one of the guests on the show, I was telling her about a quote that I had read about once you realize that you missed your stop, you should get off the train. Because the longer you stay on that train, the more expensive that ride is going to be going back. And that's exactly what you're just saying. We accept what we tolerate. And the longer you do it, the more you're going to have to deal with it. You have to learn as entrepreneurs, even just as professionals, you've got to address things immediately and cut it out, whether it's a customer, whether it's an employee, because it's going to damage your brand at some point. At some point, it's going to damage your brand.
You don't mind if I steal that, do you?
No, go right ahead.
When you miss that stop, I'm going to work on it.
It's more expensive. I can send it to you. It's more expensive for that train ticket to come back.
It sure is.
The longer you stay on that train, the more expensive it's going to cost you to get back home.
Okay.
When you realize, hey, this is probably the best time for me to get off, but you don't, there's some consequences behind it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And then you live and learn from that.
Live and learn. Because you can have problems. I can imagine you have clients that come to you and they knew, you know, it's hard to button my pants. Oh, the doctor said I need to lose a little weight. And they wait 2-3 months and be like, Odie, I should have been here.
That's true. And so I have a lot of clients that come to me that way too. I also say that my business is supposed to be preventative. Now, don't push your way when you already went past that point where the doctors already said, you own this, you got to do this, you got to do this. But I try to preach it from an angle of, let's not get to that point. When you get there, again, it's a more expensive ride going back. I think I got it right. More expensive ride.
Yes.
I'm gonna work on it. But my job is to help you get back that way, and so you don't go back that way again.
So, what are some exercises that are most popular that you know that are most effective that helps people to get back on track?
All right. So I do cardio training and I do strength training.
Okay.
Of course, for cardiovascular reasons, you want to do cardio. For strength training, the older you get, the muscle deteriorate, your body breaks down, and you just want strength. A lot of my elderly clients, because I do have elderly clients, and I partner with different organizations where we teach elderly individuals, seniors, that demographic, but their strength is probably one of the most things that they are really, really wanting to get back. So my job is to make sure that I handle and balance them both. So there's certain exercises, simple things, and a lot of things I try to give people is things you can do in your own home. You don't need machines, because that's one thing. I don't have a gym membership. Well, you got a house or you live somewhere? Yeah, okay. I just need your body. That's it. So one of the things is just simple, running and walking in place.
Oh, wow.
That brings your heart rate up, gets you to sweating, releasing those toxins out your body, and it helps to burn fat. Exercises like push-ups, not necessarily saying a regular push-up that most people have challenges doing, but you can push away from anything, just like you push away from the table.
So you don't have to literally be on the floor.
You don't have to. That's the goal, because that's pushing all of your weight up, and you always want to get to a point where you can push your weight up, because what if you're in a crisis, you need to push away from something. That's your body weight. But for the most part, you want to start somewhere. I give every exercise is a challenging version and a modified version. The goal is for you to keep trying that modified until you get to that challenging version.
Makes sense.
And then take the next level.
Makes sense, because you're seeing improvement, which is motivational as well.
Exactly. So you have running in place. You have different core exercises, just simply actually sitting up, getting up out of a chair. That's working your core, working your legs. So things that you don't think about every day is an exercise. A squat is up and down, right?
Yeah.
You get up out of a chair, what is that?
That's a squat.
That's a squat. Where's the weight?
On your legs.
You.
All of you.
All of you, that's a squat. So that's the exercise I normally have clients doing who don't have access to gyms or whatnot. Again, the pushing away, and I just have them doing simple things, just burning, repetitions, burning. Yeah. All right, so now you reach this where you don't feel anything, go grab something. Go grab 2 water bottles, put in both those hands and work that out. You take it this way. So you're working all type of muscles.
Yeah.
For the most,
and then once that water bottle seems like it's too light, you can grab something else. Now you're into weights.
Into weights.
And you build from there.
And the overall goal is to get you eventually transition to a place that specializes in the health industry, like a gym. I tell everybody, you don't have to come to me, but go somewhere.
Yeah.
Go
do
somewhere.
Something.
Do something.
Keep moving. We have to keep moving.
Keep moving. And if you don't know what to do, there's a thing that we have now that everybody uses. It's called Google. If you don't know what to do, Google
it.
It'll tell you 1,000 things to do.
Remember the Ask Jeeves?
Yeah, just do that. If you have all else fails, you don't know what else left to do, Google. But really, you do need to be in the presence of a professional.
Yes.
Because my number one goal, again, is not to get someone into their Miami trip or for their birthday, the dress or the suit that you couldn't wear 2 homecomings ago. It's quality of life, but really when you're in the gym, it's safety. I don't want you to injure yourself.
Yes.
So we can do all the workouts in the world. If you injure yourself, you're not coming back. The odds are very slim.
Yeah.
So
especially the older you get.
The older you get. Now, here's the thing. So sports, think about basketball, NBA, NFL. Those guys get injured all the time. They bounce back fast because they're always constantly working on their bodies. So I can't tell you injuries won't happen because I get injured. But for the most part, your bounce back will be a lot faster. If you slip up and trip up on something, if you're working out, more than likely eating right, you'll probably be able to brace yourself and catch yourself without falling. Those that aren't doing that, one little thing like that will take them out.
Yeah. Take you all the way out, and next thing you know, you're disabled.
So my goal when I'm in the gym, I watch form. I'm not on my phone. If I'm looking at my phone, it's just for the time to see what time it is for a split second. But my eyes on my clients. I tell them if I look away for 6 seconds, you can be out for 6 months if I miss something. So one wrong move, one wrong turn, me looking away for 6 seconds to check Facebook or Instagram or to text somebody that could have waited, that one move could have you out 6 weeks to 6 months. And more than likely, you probably won't come back. I've lost.
Yes.
You lost.
Yes.
It's a lose-lose situation. For everybody.
Yeah.
So my goal is to make sure when you're with me that you're doing the proper exercises the proper way so you don't injure yourself and you have a longer and a better quality of life.
So quality of life and less likely to be injured if you are with a personal trainer.
Yes. Experience. So someone comes to you about branding. They could possibly go on the internet, go on Facebook, and post 1,000 times. May not get any traction.
Yep.
They can go out and hand flyers and put them on cars outside. May not get one call. They can pick up the phone and cold call. May not get one referral. But getting a professional, someone who's been there, done that, who has experience and has the tools and resources to help you grow whatever you're trying to do, that's a win.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
It's worth it.
It's an investment, but it's worth it.
Yep.
And I tell people, when you're with me, you're investing in you.
Yep. You're investing in you.
You're investing in you. And I have
you.
a tagline since we're in marketing. Everything I do is O. So Cardi-O, like Cardi B. My fashion is the Pro, PR-O.
With the O.
Yeah, and the brand that I model mostly with Dillard is called Murano. So of course I'm Mr. Murano. So my tagline is now you owe it to yourself.
You owe it to yourself.
So you don't owe me, you owe it to yourself. Everything you do in life, you owe it to yourself. So let's go and put the O in there. You owe, find me to yourself.
Entrepreneurs, you owe it to yourself.
To
want to have a great quality of life with a less likely chance of being injured as you're trying to continue to build, stay healthy, and grow your business. Yeah. You owe it to yourself to see Mr. Odie Tolbert. So if you are in the Memphis area, you clearly need to have a good quality of life in order to continue to run your business. So please, please contact Odie. How can we reach you? You
can reach me several different ways. If you're on Facebook or Instagram, I am on Facebook, Instagram at, of course, my name, Odie Tolbert, and I'm on there at I am Cardi-O FiTness.
I am Cardi-O
FiTness, and my website is www.iamcardiofitness.com. So everything is tagged I am Cardi-O FiTness. You can find me there. Or if you want to styling, I am Pro Styling. I am Pro Styling on Facebook and Instagram as well. So.
And when these entrepreneurs are going out trying to get new clients, when they're networking, they need to look their best so that they can feel their best and be confident to win their client. So obviously, you need to see Odie. So please do. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I hope you got a lot out of this episode. I can mentally see you all taking notes. This was a great show. Definitely stay tuned. Real talk for true entrepreneurs. We'll see you next time.